And we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, where we're playing on the Hermitcraft server, and what on earth is this? What is this? Why are there numbers in my base? I installed a mod to help us build the farm we're going to do later in the stream. And it does this as well. Do I remember? Oh, it's that button. Okay. I do remember what turns it on and off. Okay, we don't need to take anything with us where we're going. We just need to get straight there. I've got rockets, I've got food. We're going to work on the gas farm, build another layer of that, or slice, I think would be the better term, and then going to work on designing a farm. Good stuff, right? Also, peeps, today is a Hermitcraft live stream, and I'm not on the schedule, but here I am streaming before Joe Hill starts. And I got an Irish latte as well. Treating myself to a coffee because I'm up nice and early. I thought, oh, I'll be tired getting up promptly and you know, doing a live stream first thing in the morning. I'll have had a coffee. I've given myself too many reasons to have coffees lately. And you know, I don't need one. Perfectly fine. But I'll take it. I'll take it anyway. We would like that, thank you. Dang, we did 2 slices yesterday. We could have done a third one if we spent all stream doing it. So like 2 live streams and it's done. So it's probably like 2.5, 3 hours of work left, I reckon. That's not bad actually. That's not bad at all. Though I just feel like I'm gonna need more obsidian. That's one thing I will say. Am I going to need any carpet? Go on. Go on then. Treat yourself. Treat yourself, son. Where are my rockets at? Dang, this song's amazing right here. I love it. The Azim is here for 29 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate your support. Look at that. Viewer counter goes, says Jays. We've got 500 peeps tuning in. Mine doesn't really update that often. Also, Tango is online. And AFK probably means we're going to get no drops today. That's some good latte. Right, here we go. Some peeps are asking what kind of farm I'm making. Oh, you didn't watch the last episode of Hermitcraft. How dare you? How dare you not watch a video? How dare you not watch one of the many gazillions of videos uploaded to YouTube every day? Oh, what do you got? What you got? Things going on in your life? Real life priorities? Can't watch the next video? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. What do you mean you got responsibilities? Jeez. Excuses. It's a gas farm, says Eisenhorn. Yes, there's the non-trolly answer. I got the deep heat on again, by the way. Trying to use the old hot and cold to help with the injuries, and the heat yesterday was really quite effective, but it's just one day. Anyway, put it on again today. Man, it's feeling a lot warmer than it did yesterday. So I just quit all adulting to watch X, says Nitron 3030. That's the way. That's the way, you know. Quit all the adulting. I like it. Alright, here we go. Boop. I didn't build the floor at that level, did I? At this level, it's going to be here. Okay, and then I shall drop down like this. Quickly place a block. Don't go. Ah! Oh dear. Yeah, don't want to go through the portal. Aha! And now we've got floors to build with the stone. Doing homework is reduced to dust if X is streaming. I mean, please do your homework. I don't want to be responsible for getting in the way of important things. You know. Unlike what I said literally a minute ago. You know. Totally unlike that. Body MC is here for 3 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Your average Crusader is here for 12. A whole year. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Sweet. I'm reading your message. I've read the first bit and then my brain's just stopped. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Yes, yes. Everyone have a fantastic day. Oh, some good latte right here. Cyan Strength is here for 6 months. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. The time does fly, doesn't it? That's some good latte. Do I have any tips to stay on top of work? I am a bad procrastinator. You know, no one's gonna fix it for you, right? Like, the thing with procrastinating and then asking for help about it is that you kind of want someone else to have the answer, right? Oh, you just do this, you know. There's no cheat codes in life. There's no X, Y, Z, up, down, left, right, and you're in God mode. It's discipline. You've got to learn the skill of putting up with the tough thing, the thing you don't really enjoy doing for the bigger picture. That's how the best things in life are achieved, right? It's not by the momentary thing you can do now that rewards you. It's by doing the hard work for something off in the distance, you know? So whatever it is you're procrastinating, you know, you just got to find that thing inside yourself where it's like, I can't make this fun, but it needs to be done. So I'm just going to put up with the, you know, the not so funness of it, right? And what's crazy is that, you know, those things change over time. Once you learn to appreciate the bigger goals, you've got way much more capacity to put up with what seems like boring, mundane activities to reach that bigger goal. You know? Exercise is like that. When you start exercising and you haven't been doing it, yeah, it sucks. Going for a run is awful. I love going for runs now. It's a bit of hard work, it's a bit of discomfort, but I know what comes after it. I know what it's good for in the bigger picture. Okay, we got Femi here for 6 months. What are your thoughts on Christmas? Seems like people have a lot of mixed opinions. I love Christmas, me. I don't like the commercial side of it, the whole buying and selling the gifts. It's not really about that. When you're younger, it is. You want to get stuff, you know. You don't have your own money. You want things, but as you get older, it's about family and friends, and I love Christmas. Good time, you know. It's usually a good time. TWANN says, started a diet this week. Awesome, dude. The thing I say about dieting is that, like, it has this weird phraseology of, like, being a thing that you go on. I look at diet like this. You're always on a diet. A diet is your overall view of what you're consuming, right? Problem with people going on a diet, unless you, like, know what you're doing, like, for a lot of people, drastically shifting all the food that you're eating can be very difficult to adapt to. But if you look at everything you eat as your diet, it's about changing your diet. For some people, you'll be able to change it quickly and stick with it, and for other people, not so much. You might want to consider, like, gradual change. For me, my diet shifts based on my goals, really. Like, I've got a bit of a goal, actually. I had this thought pop into my head yesterday, and I decided I'm going to do this, right? So, I don't weigh myself very often, but the last time I weighed myself, which was a few days ago, I hadn't put on any weight, and I kind of expected to at least put on a little bit, because I've been having takeaways and eating a bit more freely, so I'm doing alright. I figured, well, after Christmas, I'm blatantly going to put on some weight from all the Christmas eating, and then I had this idea, why don't I weigh myself the first of every month, right? So, at December, in December, I'm going to start eating a little less. So I'm going to do, like, you know, maybe cut 200 to 400 calories a day. Nothing substantial, nothing like I'm going into it. If I can train more, I might train more and cut more. But do something like that, right? And then I'm not going to weigh myself until after Christmas. And I'll see if all of that, you know, leading up to it helped me. In fact, I might then weigh myself before Christmas, but I didn't want to like get too fixated on it. It was a bit more of an experiment. But I guess if I weighed myself before, it'd be more interesting to see. So I could, you know, try and lose a bit before, because I know I'm going to put a bit on at Christmas. And, you know, weighing myself around that might just be interesting to see how much by, I thought. Right, we got Mats Lundberg here for 6 months. Hyogat Kitsune. I have butchered your name. Thank you for the Prime. Kirby 1345 and Gobcap here for 8 months. Appreciate it, peeps. Appreciate it. Too much tea says I'm skinny as hell. I need to put on weight. Just got to eat more, dude. And you know, I wouldn't recommend eating garbage. I'd recommend eating stuff like Greek yogurt. You know, put on some good like avocados, some good sources of fat. Right, like anything you eat ends up getting stored as fat if you don't burn it off. But if you wanna put on some body fat, you know, you want to do it the healthy way. I wonder what time it is. I just finished an online class, which leads people to question. I've been up. Wait. Okay. Why do I pick the message? I pick the messages at the top of the screen. Great. Nom Vida says Greek yogurt, fancy stuff. It might sound fancy, but it's like a pretty common thing, at least here in the UK. Like getting Greek yogurt, there's loads of it on the shelves. It's not a delicacy or anything. You can. The taste might be a bit getting used to. It's a bit cheesy kind of tasting yogurt. I love my savoury flavours, so I'm good with that. But you can have it with some fruit, like some berries, or you could have it with like dark chocolate or maybe a little alglaive honey type stuff. I don't know. There's plenty of ways you can have it. You can sometimes have it in your food as well. Like let's say I cook a dish that's got rice and like a lot of hot flavour in it. So like a hot dish with rice, not something that's runny. You want something that's like, you know, not liquidy food, not a soup. And usually some Greek yogurt will go really well with something like that because it's it kind of complements the hotness to have this cold yogurt that's very mild in flavour in comparison. Can really like make a dish more interesting having some of that in it. We have Greek yogurt on Canada and it's pretty common. I think it's pretty common everywhere, to be fair. Exer says dark chocolate is bitter to me. Yeah, that's the nice thing about it, right? It's a savoury. It's not supposed to be sweet. When I went to gain weight, I ate a lot of protein, says SC Puds. That'll help if you want to gain muscle and you're working out, but if you just want to gain, you know, actual weight, I'm not really sure how it factors in. In fact, I don't really know, like, I've read so much about diet and nutrition, but I always have, like, little thoughts, like, does eating a lot of protein actually translate to more body weight? Like, if it's excess calories? Because although the principle of calories in, calories out is pretty simple, and for pretty much everyone it tends to be relatively true, but there are some other quirks to how your body works that influences that kind of stuff, and protein is used as like a building block for repairing and creating. Oh, look at that, I missed a couple. Oh, and possibly on that side over there as well. Wow. Or did I go over by one? I think I went over by one down there. Oh, lag spike. Yeah, I just went over by one, which is a little bit of a problem. If a ghast spawns that, it might just get stuck here and not go through to the overworld. So yeah, anyway, like if protein is a building block, can it be used for energy in the way that fat and carbohydrates can? Because if not, then, you know, maybe having a high protein diet kind of helps you keep slim to some extent. Because I have a high protein diet. I really don't know. Has anyone in chat ever heard of or learned something like that? Excess protein is consumed, turned down and stored as fat, says Density. Well, there you go, there you go. Yes, but it's inefficient energy source. So the inefficiency might contribute to it being converted to fat less, you know? I don't know. Just theorising. Nothing here factual, peeps. Just a bit of guesswork. When you're young, it's easy to eat lots without putting on any weight, says Cold Crab. Yeah, it is. You obviously got a stronger metabolism. That's a known thing. Your body's more active doing so. The trick is to realise, though, it's not like you magically can eat more. It's just that your body is different and your lifestyle is different. When you're young, especially when you're a kid, like, have you ever seen kids, like, playing in a school playground? It's like they've got energy they're trying to get out of their body. Like kids will just stand there and just start jumping and waving their arms and screaming and yelling. And, like, you have a lot of that in your youth, right? You have a lot more energy. As you get a bit older, it translates perhaps into playing sports or doing active things. You know, when you're younger, a lot of us couldn't, like, drive, and so you have to walk to get to places more. Things like that. Michael says, bro, when I eat, I lost weight. Well, yeah, because you have to eat to survive, right? So you can lose weight when eating. You don't stop eating to lose weight. So like, this idea of, like, having the magical metabolism when you're younger, it's not that, like, there's some magic recipe and you can just get away with eating. It's that your metabolism is stronger, so it's using more calories constantly. Your metabolism gets weaker with time as you get older. And, you know, your lifestyle is likely to be more energetic. You know, if you're going to school, right, you got to get up early, you got to walk to school, you got walking around school all day, and then, you know, that's going to raise your metabolism. So it's less of, like, kids can get away with eating loads, and it's more like lifestyle. Like, I think I eat on average, let's say, at the moment, probably about 2,800, 3,000 calories a day. Like, that might be excessive to someone who's smaller and has a less physical, active lifestyle, right? But I go walking for over an hour every day, and I do other exercise as well, right? So it all adds up. I'm tall as well. The taller you are, the likely you're going to have a stronger metabolism. Oh, good God, no! Do not shoot! Do not shoot! Oh, it's over there now. I am going to tackle this a different way from that which I have done before. Okay, I need this one. Oh, where am I? Tango blew up. What? Wasn't he AFK? Okay, he's not AFK. Well, that's not a ghast. It's gone. I think I made it despawn. Well, okay then. I was going to whack it in the face with my sword, you know. Why not use a chunk loader in the overworld near the ghast death portal? Because we don't need to load the chunks in the overworld. The ghast going through the portal does that. I mean, the ghast spawning is the chunk loader, essentially. So what do you think about fasting, says Isn't a Number. I've done it. It helped me lose weight. I'm not entirely sure how much it contributes to some magical kind of ability to eat more and get away with it, air quotes. I think it's more of a case of it changes your appetite and the eating window, therefore even if you have a bit of a feast, kind of means you're eating less overall. I did that before I counted calories, the old fasting though. So I can't really say quite how it worked for me, but it was the part of losing weight, because for me, losing weight took a long time, but it's something I did consistently over years. It's only like the last year that I've gone, alright, I've gotten to where I want to be, now I'm going to have a bit of fun with my food, you know, again. Darth Orphan says, I'm very confused seeing Xisuma so close to Joe beginning. Well, it's not that close. I'm just going 2 hours before Joe, and And, you know, I'm not on the schedule because at the time I didn't know if I would be available to get up this early. When it comes around to winter, I struggle to get up early. I don't know what it is, so I just shift to staying up late, and I think it's just I wake up when the sun rises. That's how I work. In summer, I get up at 5 every morning because the sun's there to wake me up, and it just feels right. Alpha and Glow says, just takes a lot of discipline. I don't know to what takes a lot of discipline, but that's true of a lot of things in life. What were we talking about? Like, Badger says, probably lack of your daylight from your circadian rhythm. Yeah, definitely tied to, like, daylight, like, without a doubt. Anyway, that's why I never put myself on the bill, and then when it came closer to the time, you know, what am I doing today? Doing this, doing that, what was I doing yesterday? I realised, yeah, I can squeeze it in. I can squeeze it in. It'll work. Surround the ghast farm with glass so ghasts don't escape the farm, says Bombob. That won't really be necessary when it's finished. I mean, they do escape occasionally, but I'll be safe. I don't really want to go through all of that glass placing just to stop a couple of stray ghasts coming out, right? Yeah, I think we were talking about fasting, right? I don't know if I'll do that again. You know, I did like a lot of cutting over the summer, and now where I'm exercising less and eating more, oh, I just feel so much energy all the time. And I kind of like that. So I think when I cut next, probably going to start January. I think that's what I did last time. I don't know. I'll feel it at some point. I feel like I want to go in that direction, and probably won't bother with the fasting, but man, what am I doing here? But yeah, I'll do some combination of eating less. It's really hard to get slimmer when only comfort food isn't against you, says I really love my cats. I don't know what you quite mean by that sentence, but if I can equate what I'm saying to comfort food, right? If food is comfort food for you, you have to work on changing your relationship with food. It might sound like a strange thing to say, but I find it's a really great perspective to, if you feel like you have a problem with something, to think about it as a relationship, and like how you think and feel about these things is something that can be changed and something that you can look differently at. So if food is comforting for you, it could perhaps be great to get some ideas in your head to remind yourself it's actually not. It's like a bad... No! No! Where did it go? Oh! Oh, you devil! Where is it? Oh, that was so annoying. Oh, look at this. We've got ghasts getting... Oh, no. If they're... Oh, no. If they're getting trapped, that's really bad. That's really bad. Bad. Oh, that's really bad. That means that something broke on the other side. Oh. Dang! You know, like... The angle was the bad thing there because I had to fly to it and it would shoot back at the portals. I didn't really think about that. Oh. Right, we've got noises in the air from Epic Username 4 for 5 months. Having a good morning. Having a great morning. Love streaming and playing some Hermitcraft. Scorpy Love here for 6 months. Lord of Mapping with the Prime. JN72 here for 13 months. Thank you ever so much for your support. Where am I actually going here? Like, oh, I need to restock these, apparently. These ones tend to have more because I don't go in that direction very often. Oh, I should have picked up the... Okay, I need some white glass. That's probably all I'm going to need to bring. Just some white glass. Probably going to end up needing more than that, let's face it. Oh, no, not in there. Oh. Dang it. When you press jump in this game, sometimes it activates your elytra. It's so annoying. It's like, no, I do not wish to gently drift down into this hole. I was trying to jump over it. Okay, let's grab that. I think the reason we get up late in the winter is due to how the cold environment is and our body isn't ready to start working in the winter. It's worse for people who live in tropical climates because they get used to how warm it is all the time. Yeah. Interesting thoughts. Might have a relation to the temperature as well. Like, where is... I want there to just be a crafting bench that isn't tucked in my little... I love my little pop-up station, but it's like the only crafting bench I have. It makes so much sense to leave crafting benches lying around. Exactly! Exactly! All hail the crafting bench. Thank you, crafting bench. Whoever put you there did a great job. Because that was precisely where it needed to be. Swervy96 is here subscribing. Thank you so much, Swervy. The Stridge Die is here for 2 months. Glad to hop on the X train again. Keep on keeping on, Zoomy. Thanks, appreciate it. Keep on keeping on. And we got Shrek is my persona. Here with the Prime. Persona, like persona, right? Right, now, we're going to flip a coin, okay? And the coin has massive derp on one side and massive success on the other, okay? What way do you think it's going to land up, peeps? Massive derp or massive success? Success, derp, derp, success, success. I mean, I'm a little disappointed at the amount of derps, considering that I haven't even told you what I'm going to do yet. I mean, that's the worst of it, really. That is the worst of it. Oh my, 6th planet there with 4 derp faces. Jeez. Do you even think I got a brain cell? Well, I already think it's going to be a massive success. You know? I think these derp fiends are going to be disappointed. You know? Kara Matt is here for 2 months. Appreciate it, Kara. Thank you. What's today's agenda? Glad I caught the live stream. Been a while, says TGX Gaming. We are fixing up our gas farm at the moment. We're going to finish a slice of it. And then we're going to... design a farm. Oh, God. Can't lose my bearings. Okay, didn't lose my bearings. CyberMonkey2803 is here with the Prime subscription. Thank you ever so much, CyberMonkey, for your continued support. It's not continued, though, because it was just an initial Prime. I got it all wrong. Oh, my funny, goofy voice. Brilliant. Ruined it. Okay. Smashy and Nicey voice. I don't know what Smashy and Nicey is, but... I don't know, it's just like a sort of voice I can go to. Okay, this is definitely going to be a massive success. There's no way this is going to fail. Right, I'm just saying now. Salty Halloman says, late for the party, but derp. Oi! Oi! Sounded a little like Goofy. Well, it's a Goofy voice, so if your name is Goofy, it's a good chance it'll sound like Goofy. I believe you mean Goofy. Is Goofy the, like, Disney character? Man, we chatted a little bit about Disney in yesterday's stream, briefly, about The Mandalorian and Star Wars. I watched this really interesting video on Wisecrack, which was like a really scathing critique of Disney, and it really got me thinking. I recommend go watching it for yourself. Look, I was correct. So, oh no, we lost a Wither Rose. That means we're going to have to come here again. So while we're building this thing, it's pretty problematic. I think what I'll do is make a note and not do it this stream. So when I come back in the future, we can like fully repair this thing, right? Because I don't need the tiers immediately. So if it's not operational, that's kind of fine. The Wither Rose could have gone into here. That looks unlikely though. Okay. Anyway, we know how to fix this thing. And I have Silk Touch. I guess I was thinking if something broke it, we would need that, wouldn't we? Oh, look at that. Wow. They'll still die, actually. They will still die, just slower, I believe. Oh, what if a bunch of ghasts... No, the nether is unloaded. Nether is unloaded. So I can go through, then they'll come back this way. We're safe. We're good. Okay, all repaired. Nice. Very nice. Yerke schmerke. Okay, that's cool. Right, let's grab all of this stuff. I don't think we've got too much more to do over here. We'll take that with us as well. And kind of looks like it's almost done. I think we've got like probably about... Actually, we've got a bit to do. About 5 or 6 slices. Oh, did it put out any portals? I guess what I'll probably do when the whole thing is finished is have a good old checkup. Because I'm going to have to visit every floor and just double check everything's good. Why are you not using connected grass as tree? It's one of those ones that I don't really like, connected glass. I mean, I like it, but I just don't like that it's not in vanilla. I think it's a bit much of a step. And you know, those kind of things are always like very personal, subjective taste. For me, connected glass, I just feel like it's not a vanilla thing. And when you use it in builds, it steps a little too away from that. The Strigi says, Mumbai has a wither rose farm you could probably borrow from. Oh, I don't need to borrow any, I've got loads. Loads of those wither roses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta clean that up. 5. 5 is the number, and across we go. What's happening here, chat? Says Fluffle. They were all calling me a massive derp earlier, right? They didn't even know why they were calling me a massive derp, and it turned out to be a massive success because I flew over to the place purely based off of memory. Brain smarts right there. Let's see some brain smarts in chat. Come on. Where are those emotes? If you got a subscription, throw up a brain smart in chat. I want to see brain smarties, you know, from top to bottom. Smarties, chocolates. Look how smart my brain is. It just made an association. Brilliant. Look at those brain smarties in chat. I see 4 of them. That's not enough. Now there's all other sorts of emotes going up in here. There we go. There we go. I see more now. That's good. Brain smarts right there. The old brain smarts. I used my brain smarts. I did. What is that from? Brain smarts. That's from something, and I love it. And then we started using it here in the stream. Brain smarts. I think it's from Trailer Park Boys. Ah, Ricky with your brain smarts and all this. I think it's that. I'm pretty sure it's that. Anyone else? Can anyone confirm? I think you're right with the Trailer Park Boys, says Udemeister. It's what I think of. I'm pretty sure it comes from that. It's one of those things that they say. Because the idea of that show is that they're clearly, like, not very smart. And the way they talk about smart stuff is just hilarious. Because they say things like, brain smarts is not a word. It just sounds so funny. Using your brain smarts. We got noises in the ear from Sim Ciliot, Bastian Dalla, Chicken Master, Jordungada 9 with the 5 months, and Truly Chris TV. Thank you ever so much for the subscriptions, peeps. It is appreciated. Hope you're enjoying us building this farm. Look, a few more levels to go, and then we can move on to something a little more interesting. Imagine is someone build an Among Us game that the Hermits could play in Minecraft. I mean, oh, there already is a you know, Among Us in Minecraft, right? DL Krauser, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. I played that game a little bit. It was good fun. Exis, have a good rest. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Doc and Efo were playing one last night, says Badger. There you go. We got Sweet Sunny Dream 1 here subscribing, and Bellasaur7. Thank you so much, peeps. Appreciate it. 2,400 peeps tuning in for some Hermitcraft action, peeps. Be sure, I was going to say leave a like, to hit the follow button. And, while we're at it, I have 4 channels on YouTube. One about music, one about saying stuff, like talky words, like we're doing right now with the talking and the thoughts and the stuff. And also these live streams get uploaded to my second channel. Please go check them out if you haven't seen them before. Bam! I also set up a mailing list. That's another thing. I'm trying to remember all the plugs, right? And I haven't set one up on the screen yet. But if you go to xisumavoid.com, there is a mailing list. If you would like to get a weekly recap on a Sunday of all the things that we've been up to and a message from me in your email, there is a mailing list for you to sign up to. 5+ videos per day. That's amazing, says Skep. I do not upload 5+ videos a day, no. Usually on average probably about 2 videos a day across all my channels. Maybe a little bit more now that we've got a 4th one as well. Oh, did I miss a bit? No, it just looked like I did for a second. I feel like there's something I was going to say. I'm just reading chat now. Will you upload singing guitar videos on Xisuma Music? Nah, that's not really the plan right now. Might be in the future, it might change. The plan is just to the product that you see on there, you know, those 3 to 5 minute, well, mostly they're about 3 minutes, but like sometimes longer, like mini reviews of records. I'm just trying to like hit a thing, like hit one of those YouTube search algorithms, air quotes, as we often say. Basically, establish a presence as someone who does music reviews, right? And see where that goes. Hopefully I can draw in some more traffic and make the project sustainable. If not, you know, I've kind of set myself or grown a like little audience for something related to me and music, so I can pivot to something else. Right now though, I'm very happy with what we've made so far, and we'll probably continue that experiment for like at least a year, and hopefully it will pick up traffic, because if it does, it might you know, it might lead somewhere, might make some industry contacts. One of the things I'd love to do is like be able to get records early and then like put reviews out on the same day or whatever, right? Like, because I listen to music all the time, and it's just like the stuff that I write just writes itself in my head while I'm listening, and then I just sit down for 20 minutes, it all pours out, and then that's it. Be cool if I could turn that into like a little journalism avenue or whatever, right? Excellent, getting a MIDI keyboard thing sometime that can compose music, and I have a free trial of FL Studio. Can you give me some tips for musical composing stuff, says Skep Beans. Yeah, I would say if you get a MIDI keyboard, do a lot of research. I have an Oasis, and it comes with a drum pad, modular pitch things, which are pretty common actually, but loads of knobs and dials that you can hook up to FL Studio, so you can change the sound of what you're doing while you're playing it. But really, you just want to like learn some basics, right? Learn some scales, chord arrangements, like get a little bit of musical theory down, so when you're hammering out sounds on that keyboard, like you know what you're doing. One of the things about like music and learning music is, I think it's important to like be able, or want to be able to like just make noise with the instrument. I know that sounds a bit silly, but like I think a lot of people kind of picture it like you learn so you can do all this flashy stuff that some musician does. I think it's easier to learn if you just want to make stuff yourself, because I'm so satisfied with like just pressing 3 keys, you know, just going boom boom boom, oh look, it's like half of a melody, then I'll just start rearranging it. Like for me, just the simplest part of like making noise with the instrument is pleasurable onwards. And then as you learn more and you do more complex stuff, you realize how to mix chords in with your notes, and you learn some scales, and you can do some interesting sounds. All that stuff's just more fun. But I feel like if that initial thing isn't that fun, you know, that might be a problem. I mean, I can't say like music isn't for you or something like that, but it's just one of those things. The way people ask about learning music, I often feel like it's you need to have that love of just the music there, right? Pretty sure I'm not making much sense. We got a noise in the ear from Udemeister here, with cheers and bits, saying, I think it's great you talk about. You think it's great I talk about. Awesome. Appreciate it, dude. You mean the passion for the music, says Jen Excalibur. Passion for making it. Like, a lot of people love music and are perfectly fine not making it themselves. And I just think maybe there's this thing there where it's like, you like the idea of it, but maybe when you go and play it's not what you think it is. For me, the indicator that it's not that way is that I just start getting chills by pressing a few keys on a keyboard, right? That's it. That's all it takes, and my mind just starts going. It's like, oh, and I could just sit there and get lost playing it for ages. Same with the guitar. Same with any instrument. Drums. I can just hit a drum and be like, oh, now I want to make a pattern. You know, like, and I feel for some people, it might be not like that. It might be like you picture yourself playing a crazy guitar solo, and it takes years to get there. So if you haven't got that like initial love of just playing the instrument, it might be difficult. But I'm just speculating on perhaps why some people, try to play instruments and don't really like get along with it. What's the rate of the farm when I'm at the AFK platform? I don't know right now, but it's more than I'll ever need. It's like a bonkers amount. It's going to be fun. Music, like many things, can be creativity versus inventiveness. Interesting way of framing it right there, yeah. There are other ways of looking at this though. Like a lot of music theory is like heavily learned and based on I'm gonna say like, from what I've learned of like classically trained musicians and music theory, it's like there's almost like a very academic side to music as well. That's the way you do it. That was pro moves right there. Pro moves. Can we get a pro landing? Pro landing! Amazing. Yeah, like there's a very academic approach with how people train to play instruments. So there could be like a different angle to it. Like you might play an instrument and not be creative, but you love the idea of here's a bit of music someone wrote and can I play it as good as they did? And that's totally fine as well. If you've got a motivation to play and something you enjoy doing, that's all good. Is this the music from Infinifactory, says Badger? Yes, it is. Well spotted. Well spotted. I love it. I keep putting it on, the soundtrack to this. It's just got such a really cool, indulgent vibe. It's the kind of thing... I use that word so much with music. Like, it's kind of like a poor choice, because you can get indulged in anything if you want to. It doesn't really describe the thing itself, but it puts your brain in that state where you're like... just chilled out, relaxed, you can focus on what it is you want to do. There we go. Right, last few blocks for this project today. Is that the edge? That is the edge. There you go. Woohoo! Let's try and take a look at it. Some of it. Yep, another 3 rows to go. Bam. That was a swift landing. Actually, let's take all of this out, because this might be a freed up box. Freed up boxes, y'all. Freed up boxes. Hey, we'll take that out as well. Right, that goes in there, this goes in here, And we're golden again. The other two have got eggs in. Cool! Right. We got more noises in here. Pulsar, QC, here are the Prime, and we got cheers and bits from Udemeister. Thank you again, dude. I'll read your message in just a moment. This, I believe, is the world that Nembomb sent me, so I figured I'd use the same world. Oh yeah, that was for making a thumbnail. Right, so... we're not going to build... I don't know where we're going to build this. If we go here... ah, filthy mycelium. Who would ever build in an area like this, right? It's just disgusting. I literally cannot picture a single thing you would do with, like, all of this space. Like, look at that, you know. You couldn't build some sort of fantastical honey shop right there. No, that would just look rotten. You know. This area would be no good for converting into a moon. You couldn't build a barge in this space. You couldn't build the Hermitcraft, you know, main hall over there. Giant chest on that hill? Don't think so. You know, extending the terracotta biome over to this area? Nah, not a chance. Not a chance. I don't think anyone with their, you know, in their right mind would play in this area, you know. Right, so, over here next to Toontown, which is just trees at the moment, this would be the biome that we would build our farm in, essentially. Warm ocean. Because that's where... oh, I should have brought up the article. I should have done a bit more research first. Let's go read the article about Pufferfish quickly on Wikipedia. Because how it spawns... so in Java Edition, they spawn in warm, lukewarm, and deep lukewarm oceans. Right, so those are 3 locations we could build this. In groups of 1 to 3... in Bedrock, they spawn underwater around 12 to 32 blocks away from the player in groups. Distance from the player is something we've got to investigate. Pufferfish spawn only on the surface. That there is a spawnable... wait, only on the surface? That is, there must not be a spawnable block above the spawn location with a non-liquid block on top. Right. There's little else information here. I think what I'm going to need to do is investigate... Let's do this. Okay, I will get a second Minecraft account on here. And we'll use it as like the player in survival at a certain point. Okay, so what we need to do is probably like pick a central position. Since it's all of this area, we'll stay away from the coral reef. And we'll just park ourselves around here. Now, can I remember? Aha, I do remember. So if we go into shapes, we can add a shape. So what we're going to... now, here's what's interesting. I think these mobs have their own cap. And if there is that 32 block limit to deal with... I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go with a despawn sphere. There's things here to think about. Right, now if I press that... no, that didn't turn it on. Okay, is it... Right, let's try that again. Hang on, what are we doing here? So... oh, backslash, right. Wait, what the... what's going on? Right, let's... that one. All the hotkeys seem to be different from actually listed in here. Let's press that one. Oh, that's what it is. Wait, that's not what it is. Weird. Okay, so that is different on my keyboard. That's kind of odd. All the keys are different from what they say in there on my keyboard. Right, so we would load mobs down here. What we don't want to do, essentially... we don't want to load any of the ocean, actually. I think is the idea. So if I come up to about this height... Okay, I threw that. Do you know what? Just get rid of that. Nope. Shapes. What? Did I miss a step? Enabled. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. So I need to go higher still. Right, we'll get there. This will get a little easier as we figure it out. So now everything is above the ocean. And we can afford to go... See, everything has... Oh, wow. To the block. So I might want to raise that up by 1 block. Got it. Okay, right. We want to get that second account in here. And I've got it. Sweet. Now we go to this one. And let's use this. Configure. We're going to make it 1 block higher, just in case. So we go to 193. It's centered on the block. So what I want to do really is copy these coordinates, like 252, 264.5, 252, 264.5. Was that 25? Wait, I've got that on the clipboard. 2 minus 264.5. That work? Let's check those coordinates again. 264.5, 252. It's correct. Oh, maybe... What is going on? Oh, I see the problem. Ha! That explains a lot. Double sound going on now. Right, safe and secure. I'm now going to put that account in survival mode. Sweet. Okay, there we go, there we go. Right, I should really read that noise in the air. We got Udemeister here with Cheers and Bits saying, I meant to say that I love that you talk about more intellectual things than most other creators. One of the reasons you're one of my favourite content creators. Thank you, dude. I'm glad you appreciate that. Yeah, I tend to, you know, talk about things that interest me as opposed to, I don't know, drama and gossip or whatever. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. We've got Pulsar QC here with the Prime and Banana Split here for 22 months. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is jumping in and out of creative and... Let's see. Spectator mode, right? To do some building here. So one of the first things we want to do is probably just use this command to say me at 65. Alright. Now we'll run set block. Aha. So I want to create a structure here. I believe I have world edit on. Actually, using this is going to be so much simpler. So let's go expand 20. Probably a bit much. 16. There we go. Let's also go... no, let's set glass. No, set biome. Let's expand up by 16 blocks and then go... Aha, you see what we're doing now? You see what we're doing. Might have been better to pick maybe not the regular glass there, but anyway. Aha, so now if I go into spectator mode, in theory everything in the ocean should have despawned. Now can I get rid of those if I press... Oh, I guess it gets rid of everything. Never mind. There we go. That's okay, right. It's weird. All the keys are different from what it says in the program. So nothing is spawning, notice, right? In fact, what we can probably do is lower... We could lower that one and see when they start spawning, rather than using this sphere to begin with. Okay, so what we'll do... Right, we're going to give me some command blocks to aid us in our creation here. So now we should see stuff spawning, in theory. Right, it shouldn't be too difficult to see something close to me. Yeah, I see a squiddy. No? I should be seeing things spawn right now, but I'm not. I'm wondering if I've forgotten something. Like, what happens in the spawn chunks? It's based on player radius, so shouldn't be an issue. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Effect, give at entity. Now, sometimes type. Sometimes there are tags. And I think, yeah, hashtag. See, what I could do is possibly add a list of the mobs I want in one go, but that's a bit much, really. So we won't do that. So let's say, for example, squid are part of what we're looking for. Can I do multiple types? I don't think you can with one command. So we want to give it glowing for 10 seconds. No particle effects. Did I not tab complete? Glowing. There we go. We want that to run always active. Okay, there we go. That's good. They're quite a ways away, those squiddies, aren't they? Now, in theory, if I do this, they're gone. They instantly despawn. So we now know... Yep, okay. We now know that these things are correct. This time we're going to go with the pufferfish. I wonder if I can make the glowing effect a different colour for the pufferfish. I think I can put the pufferfish on a team, give it a colour, and then they grow different. So it's caught some pufferfish. Now let's see if we can do that. So... Team join at... No, is that not how it works? Oh, maybe because I haven't created a team yet. Wait a minute. Let's go scoreboards. That's something different. Objectives. Add. Or is it... No, am I doing this wrong again? Players. Oh man, I cannot remember this stuff. I think you have to make a team. So team, here we go, add, we'll call it Puffer. Actually, we'll call it Puff. Puffer. Pufferfish, just call it what it is. Pufferfish. Okay, we've added Team Pufferfish, I believe. Now we want to modify Team Pufferfish. Colour. Let's check these other ones. Def message, display, friendly fire. Colour is the one we want. We'll change it to gold, which is like the orange colour. Okay, so now their team is golden. That hasn't changed the glowing colour. That must be something different. Anyone in chat got an idea what it is? Am I missing a step? Oh, they're not on the team yet. You Wally. You absolute Wally X. They're not even on the team. 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 Join. Pufferfish. At. Entity. Type. Equals. Pufferfish. No surprises there. And we'll do that. Always active. Bam. Yes. Now they are golden. But they don't really stand out as well. I think actually I'm going to make them black so that border around them. Then again, other fishies might be kind of small. Let's just try yellow. It's a little bit brighter. It's good when you zoom in, so we'll be able to spot them. We'll go with that. Okay. Okay, now we've got a couple more fishies to do here. So we are looking for tropical. Cod. And then salmon. Right, so everything now glows, meaning we can see what's happening in the world. When we switch to Spectator Mode, as we can see, the character up there is you know, too far out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go Game Mode Creative on the additional character. And we're going to teleport down by 4 blocks. And immediately... Oh, I teleported it relevant to me. Makes sense. I guess I need to execute at... No. As Xisuma Void. Run TP Xisuma Void. And then do the same thing. So now we're executing it as... No, that came from me. What? Execute as Xisuma Void. This is still relevant to me. That's odd. Let's try at Xisuma Void, right? Like, okay, didn't teleport to me. That's probably the way it's done. So go back there. And you're falling out of the sky. Terrific. Okay. That's good. Xisuma Void should now be flying. Actually, no, we're going to run into one more problem here. So let me go... Okay, there we go. So, at 4 blocks down, squid are spawning. That... Now, because they all share a cap, I think that's immediately a problem, because we can't have squid spawning. So even though the other ones spawn closer, we do not want squid spawning. Therefore, all of that effort we just made to learn that my camera count should in fact stay exactly above the ocean. Right? Because we don't want any squid spawning. We got nothing spawning in here, but we did have squid spawning down there. Which might mean these mobs don't actually spawn above the water level. Wow, okay, that's going to make creating this farm probably more based on location. Because I'm going to have to drain an ocean. Fascinating, fascinating stuff. Right, is everyone following what I'm doing? By the way, if I'm not doing a good job of explaining stuff, please let me know, because I'm a bit distracted by commands. We got Damp K Wab here with a Prime, and Hacken 422556 here for 21 months. Appreciate it. Hey X, squid is a separate mob cap. Is it? Are you sure about that? Where is the mob cap on... Wait, where did they add the mob cap? Is it in a snapshot? I'm pretty sure it's in... It wasn't in... Wasn't there a... Didn't they add a thing for the mobs? I'm looking in all the wrong places. It's down below local difficulty. So, SC, like... Can I... Yeah, it's around... Oh, you can't see. It's here. SC. Mob cap. Ambient. Water. There are 2 water mob caps. Oh, we can use this right now. So if I go like this... Now they're both 0. Let's go up to my camera account. And I'll move it manually this time. So now one of the water mobs has 8, the other one is still 0. So it could be that they do indeed have a separate mob cap from one another. Okay. Okay, in that case, I'm going to continue with my experiment idea for a moment here. Here's what we're going to do. We need to learn if things can spawn in here, and we'll do it by stack 100. Big lag spike. There we go. Right, nothing has spawned in there. Oh, no, there we go. There we go. And we've potentially got a range. We've got a range here because they spawned around this level. We're looking at... This is 99. And my camera account is currently at... I think it fell down a little bit. 180. So potentially around 80 blocks. Right. Here's what I think I'm going to do. We want to build this farm low as possible. We want to build it as low as possible, so we want to get them spawning in this area down here. And that was a bit of a guesstimate what we just did. Okay, so let's... I think we can get away with doing this. Yep, do it again. Get rid of the items. Okay, I need to be in spectator mode. Oh, I could have done that up here. I could have turned my camera count into... Well, spectator mode. I put it in survival then. Whoopsie. Actually, yeah, me moving up and down should tell us, okay? So, you can see this view, and I can see the camera count view. So as I move up, stuff should start to despawn at some point. Oh, nothing's despawning. Am I in... What mode am I in? Wait, what? Why is nothing despawning? Do I have to be actually in creative mode? Wait, what am I doing? Getting it all wrong, peeps. For some reason, they didn't despawn. Okay, they're despawning. I'm going in. Those are all squids, as far as I can tell. As I lower down, we'll give it a breather. There, we just got stuff spawning right at this level. I'm going to go up. They're all despawned. There we go. Okay, we have found roughly the distance at which they will spawn from the player. There we go. 80, let's call... Well, it's 79, 78 sort of region. $78, $79. And the player is at about 140. It's about 62. So I'm guessing it's 64 because of computer numbers, right? Silent Storms 2020 is here for 6 months. Thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So let's go and take our camera count here. I'm going to drop to the bottom and hopefully the middle of all of this experiment we're doing. In fact, I've got the coordinates. This is what I'm going to do. Go into our memory. This right here. So we're going to put you at 128. And you've fallen back in. Great. Okay, so that should be the spot. It will actually make it 1 block higher. Just because of that squids below, right? Or the ocean being down there. So I think that's the range. Therefore, this is now the farm. And there are many different ways we can proceed from here. But one of the ones I wanted to test, I guess, and I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to this, is to see what happens when all of these blocks are soul sand. I'm pretty sure nothing spawns in them, but we'll double check. Alright, so all the fishies go up, right? Let's kill everything that's not a player. And again. And nothing is spawning in there, it would seem. I will swap into spectator mode. And nothing spawns in there, which is fine. Let's go set it to glass. And we can pretty much confirm that that is the case now. Right, so an idea that I had was to create a checkerboard pattern down here. We could potentially test if they spawn in flowing water to move them out, but I just got a feeling that's not really going to be the way to go. I think the way to go is to make a checkerboard pattern. And there's probably a more optimal way of doing this as well. Maybe like pack spawning is something to be considered here. We can get rid of that that thing. Just realised that's like not needed anymore. Okay, a few blocks there at the end not being used. So, looks like it's going to push them up to the top, right? So that's good. Things will spawn and then get pushed to the top. Let's go and kill everything that's not a player and see how things behave now. Will things even spawn? Not seeing any spawning peeps. Magma blocks and hover minecarts, says Darlong. Well, I'm playing with the idea that we can bring the... You know, it's not a bad idea, actually, but bring the pufferfish to the player to get the looting effect. But yeah, magma blocks and having a rail system under here might not be a bad idea. Okay, now what I'm going to do is this. So that we have an area where they in theory can spawn. Nothing has spawned. Like, we are getting the particle effects, but it's also blocking things from being spawned. So I'm going to assume they need more space. Oh, do you know what's wrong with this? I need to be in that... Ah, okay. They actually spawn straight away. Okay, so let's go back into creative and undo that. I forgot I was in creative mode, so that kind of goofed our test up, basically. So it looks like we might actually be good. Ooh, what have I done there? What on earth am I... I'm having trouble putting the blocks back in the right place. It's ridiculous. So we got that going on. This time I need to be in spectator mode when I run this command. Looks like things are very happy to spawn and possibly even spawning in packs. We've got Pufferfish in here. Now, wouldn't it be cool if there were a way to suppress all the other spawns and only have Pufferfish, right? Like, can Pufferfish spawn in like, in logs or something? I don't know, but I feel like that would be really worth learning. Okay, so let's go ahead and just... Yeah, we can use World Edit to try ideas here pretty quickly, right? So, we're going to now... just do a random experiment to see if pufferfish will spawn in waterlogged slabs or some like waterlogged trapdoors. So if I go from here to here and I set that to waterlogged things, okay, let's try this. Set water, no, sorry, set spruce slab. Waterlogged, true, type, might make sense to go with top. I originally thought bottom. I've got a weird feeling it might have more chance of working that way around. So kill all that's not a player, run that twice. I need to be in spectator mode and nothing spawns in there, it would seem, right? Okay, so now we do it the other way around. Type bottom, double, top, bottom. And nothing spawns in there. Let's try this with... Let's go up to that one. Instead of a spruce slab, let's go with a oak trap door. All of this should then be the same. Facing half waterlogged. I think we change this to half. This appears to be right. Nothing is spawning. Okay, so they don't spawn in waterlogged blocks, would be the takeaway from that, I believe. Maybe iron bars if they alternate, but... Nah, I think it's pretty much set that that is not going to work. Is he pufferfish farming? Is he farming pufferfish? Yes, Axelot, I am. We've got noises in the ear from One Burns for 2 months. Cheese Patrol X here for 2 months as well. Rebecca11 gifting a sub to Panda99. Thank you for gifting the sub and supporting the community. We got Bogan Brump here for 2 months. I hope you're having as much fun making the content as we are watching it. I'm having a blast, dude. Glad you're enjoying watching it. Doors can't be waterlogged. That is true. That is true. Honestly, I just sort of maybe cook the other fish, says Xisuma. You know, I don't think I really expressed my goal here very well when we started working on this. I want to build a pufferfish farm, right? So, imagine that there was a way I could kill the other fish, but not the pufferfish. Then we get more pufferfish overall. So, it's not about just like, okay, let's kill all these fish. It's like, is there a way we can do something here? An idea might be a way to filter pufferfish through before we kill the others. I don't know. I got no answers, basically. Way to suppress the pack spawning of other fish. Possibly, J. Sarah. This is stuff that Nembom probably knows. And, you know, I want to, like, design farms on my own. I'll probably show this to Nembom and it'd be like, oh, you could do this and do that. Nether portals, says Talbar. That's a fascinating idea. Because then, the spawning to kill rate would be extremely fast. Dang. Dang, G. You got the idea right there. I'm going to do a little something here. I'm going to... how am I going to do this? I've got to think. Let's go all the way back through our history here. That's what I want. I want these numbers. 252.5, 264. So we're going to remove... Oh, interesting. Let's remove that. Oh, there you go. It's probably that one. Aha! Right, we'll set that to 64, right? 252 minus 264.5. Y29 is where the player is going to stand. Render the outer edge, height, yeah, okay, it all looks good. Enabled on. Right. Right, okay. Configure. Circle / cylinder. It's not a sphere. Why did I think it was a sphere? Sphere. It's the next one down. You Olliex. You didn't read it, did you? What's wrong with you? Okay. 29. Number 4. And we got it. That's it. Okay, now when we look at this farm, we can see exactly what's being used and what's not. I think what we might want to add as well is like a range at which they don't spawn. So I am now going to go ahead and stack this. I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. I mean, it really doesn't need to be experimented that close to the player. You know, it'll bring... Wait, what? I got this wrong. It's half of it, isn't it? It's like 32. So we probably need to stack it by like 24 or something. No? 32. I don't know. I feel like now this doesn't make any... Oh, wait. I'm doing it from the top... No, it's 64 blocks, but I'm doing it from the top layer. That's okay. That's where I've confused myself. So we'll just do it step by step, right? Because I can't remember the height. So that's pretty darn close. Anything that spawns in there can come up to the player using the soul sand. Now, potentially, we could put water at the top and funnel them all to the player. But I've just got this weird feeling that the nether portal idea is the best idea ever. Hey, no, I want to go down. Let me down. Okay, yeah. So like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing anymore. But that's fine. That's okay. That's quite alright. Uh-huh. Now, another question is, do they spawn in flowing water, I guess? Oh, they spawn in downwards flowing water. Well, that ruins my experiment. Oh, wait. Are they in the tank? Also, I'm flying around in creative mode? No, they spawn in downwards flowing water. Interesting. I kind of wanted to make a minimum distance here as well. I don't know what the minimum distance is. So I guess what I should have done is something entirely different at this point in time. Let's go ahead and... Why can I hear a spider? Oh, there's a spider in here. Stupid spider. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Right, we've got mobs in here. Not my favourite. Why is it dark there? Oh, I guess because of all the water. Okay, so that's not close enough. It's about at least 10 blocks, isn't it? So let's go 10. And maybe now I just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks. So the idea now would be to figure out at what distance they spawn from the player, but this is going to be kind of flawed because we're working with spherical space. I think what I'm going to do is stack this up by 1. I also do not think we need these soul sand anymore. Alright, we'll do that. Let's get this... Oh no, I moved! I shouldn't move. I moved the wrong account. Okay, we need to go 193? No, 129. Okay, accidentally moved my camera account. I'm not supposed to do that. Let's do that kill command again. That's good. It says 12 to 32 by the player on the wiki, says Savvy. Isn't that for Bedrock, though? We read the wiki. We got noises in the year. We got Venus 960 here for 4 months saying, thanks for being an inspiration to the way you handle conflict and life in general. Always appreciate your open and accepting perspective. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the lovely message. Glad you find it of value. Cyan TF2 is here with Cheers and Bits saying, Pufferfish spawn only on the surface. That is, that there must not be spawnable block above the spawn location with a non-solid block on top. So having a big cube might be useless. We read that earlier. We read that from the wiki earlier. I can't remember if it was so or not, right? Like, we've seen stuff spawn in the tank. I'm pretty sure we saw pufferfish spawning lower down. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. We need to test that again. So I'm going to move this to begin with 10 blocks. Nothing is spawning. That's... Oh, wait. I'm in creative mode, which is not good for testing. Let's switch to spectator mode. Okay, so we're about 12 blocks away from the player. Let's move it down by 4, so we can say that's roughly like 16. I reckon it's going to be 24. But we might see something spawn on the edges real soon. So if we're going to move 8 more blocks with this thing, we'll do it in increments of like 2. Nah, we'll do 4 and 4 again. Okay, so spectator mode. Yeah, there you go. No, they're not in it. They're not in it. Never mind. This thing is 2 deep water, right? Yep. This is not what I was expecting. I thought we would have seen something spawn on the corners at least by now. But I guess that's why we do it this way. 4 again. So that's 24 blocks away from the player, I believe. And we're not seeing anything spawn. Guardians and Elder Guardians have a 2.5% chance of dropping random fish upon death. This has a 13% chance of being a pufferfish, 0.325 chance of dropping a pufferfish. 1% per looting. Interesting. That's probably not the way for us to go. Okay, so if not 24 blocks, probably 32. So we might be looking at 32 to 64 being the radius. So let's say we jump it down by 8. Surely we're going to see something in the corners. Oh wait, 8 is 32. I would have expected to have seen something in the corners already, you know? Is that really not enough for it to spawn? You might need 3 high water to get fish spawns. Could be true. Probably is. Knowing me. Probably is. And we need 3 high fish. We need 3 water to get fish. We've learned it. Okay. Right. Mystery solved. What Y height are we at? It's 98. So it's currently 30 blocks away from the AFK spot. So I think we want to test around 24. First of all, let's move it up by 12. Okay, I need to kill all. I think that's pufferfish spawning, isn't it? Yep, so they're spawning at that level, but noticeably appears to be nearer the edges. So let's go add another sphere now. Okay, so we know how to do this. We read the menu first of all. I believe it is 264, 129. And 252. Radius, I think we're looking at 24. Because that kinda looks reasonable. No, does it? Hang on, let's go double check something quickly. So that one is 252, 264. 252, 264. So if this were true for a despawn thing, they would only be spawning in those edges. Or sorry, a can't spawn thing. Yeah, kind of spawned around the edge. Pack spawns can sometimes spawn. Yeah, look. I think we've sussed it. There at the edges. So we got it roughly right. That's got to be right. So now we know the distance and space that we can build this thing in. Cool. Very cool. Now, if you could read the code, you would have known that in about 5 seconds. I can't read the code. Okay, we got Shiri Quill here gifting a sub to Nightbot. Thank you for gifting the sub, dude. Appreciate it. JD Lady is here for 2 months. And oh yeah, H Gamer here for 2. Thank you so much, peeps. Appreciate it. Savvy says, so the math of fish spawning is the same as Bedrock. I believe not, actually. I believe Bedrock has different rules, it says in the wiki. Just read the code, says Fabrim. Yeah. I should have just read the code, that thing that I can't read. Yeah, should have just read the code. Right, let's move 30 blocks that way. So we're sort of roughly in that area. We can actually go a little bit further, really. We're going to do an experiment now about the pufferfish, which is flying, which is what pufferfish do. Oh yeah, those things have just been hanging out. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Did I select? Obviously selected way more than I thought I did. Okay, so we're going to go into spectator mode. We are going to kill everything that isn't the player, and then we're going to observe where the pufferfish spawn. They are spawning in the middle, so the idea that they only spawn at the surface is mute, therefore we can undo. So I think it should now be pretty obvious what we're going to do. We're going to build some portals with these things next to them. I guess one thing we have to do is check, and I think we kind of already learned this when we did this, but we need to check and see What am I trying to say? We need to check and see that they can spawn in water next to a portal, right? So let's go directly underneath. Portal. Obsidian. Let's go directly underneath this thing now. Maybe try and run a command when a pufferfish spawns, replace the pufferfish with a wall block. Find the coordinates where the pufferfish most typically spawn. Subs, I believe, based on how Minecraft mob spawning works, that won't really provide any valuable insight. There's not going to be like a hotspot. We've picked out the key things, which are these two spheres. We've learned that the surface thing doesn't seem to even be a thing, so if we look at this block, we should share some coordinates. 252, 264? So is that actually the middle? Oh, I think my player might have been nudged, which is fine. As long as we build this around the spheres, we can move the player back. So, what is the maximum width? Isn't it like 21? So we got one. What is the most optimal place? The lower down in the world, the better. So what we might look at doing is just spreading out the portals best they can do from the central position. We're actually like quite far above the bottom bit. So we'll focus on the size of this portal next. So like, what is that? 4, 5, 6. Wait, it wouldn't let me place it when I was clicking. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now I've got this weird feeling that it's 21 is the width of the portal. I need to get rid of this water now. Oh, what was wrong with that? Oh, I didn't finish. Yeah, there we go. The one little pufferfish survived. You're a soldier, you get to stay alive. So, I could make this, like, way quicker with World Edit. Do a quick test. Flint and steel. Alright, okay. I thought it was 21 of the obsidian. It's 23 with obsidian, I guess. So, let's... Ow, my eardrums. Set 0. So if we go here to there and stack it by 20, that'll give us the height. And looking at how close it comes to this area, I got a feeling we're just going to do these one high. Okay, so we have that. Then we kind of want to stack it this way. Did I have a stack? Just one. Bam. Okay, so any that spawn there will go through to the other side, like either side of it. Let's go ahead and move this thing down so that it's closer to the ocean floor, with our player up there at that level. So we're looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in theory 10, because, you know, the obsidian block's going to be there, so we'll move it down by 10 blocks. Okay. So we've got a neatly positioned portal right here. Those blocks will need to survive. I might want to make this thing, like, bigger or wider. Oh, that's a good point. As we come out, some of these spaces are going to be, like, a little less accessible. So, how wide out do I want to go? Let's say, you know, we come out this far. I think it's probably worth raising this up by, like, 2 blocks, actually. Okay, then. I think what we'll do next is grab some glass. Let's grab some black glass. We'll make this thing look semi-interesting. I'm going to go here. Oh, it looks interesting with this stuff on it, doesn't it? All this modification. Got a noise in the ear. It's MK Zelda here for 6 months. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate your support. Okay. Okay, let's replace all the air with black stained glass. Aha! Now what we'll do... I think I'm gonna do it this way. Like, I'm going to stack one again that way. Okay, then I'm gonna come through and rip these out. Basically, like, the way you can use commands and whatnot in this with World Edit, you can kind of like think through, what is my process order here? Like, how am I going to do this in a way where it kind of means I'm being efficient to some extent? Now, one thing we might actually want to do... Oh, I'm just going to realise there's a couple of things here we want to do. Oh, maybe I should undo. I'm going to undo those last edits. Wait, I've got to type undo. I am going to replace the obsidian with the black stained obsidian, please. Black. No, what? There we go. I'm going to do that. That breaks the portal for us, that's fine. Actually, I could have done this with one big selection. I didn't need to go around to either side each time, I guess. So, I do that. Well, that's why I do it 2 times, idiot. Oh, what is wrong with me? Right, now we can relight the portal though, right? Oh, this thing makes zombie pigmen. Oh, now I'm in the Nether. Great, we'll come back to there later. I didn't think about that. It makes zombie pigmen, right? It doesn't do that in the Nether. I thought it did, but it doesn't. Are we being raided? I see raiders. Oh, we are! Cremulus, thank you ever so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What were y'all doing over at Cremulus's stream, which I am potentially butchering. I apologise if I get the name wrong. Okay, yeah, we're going to... Now we can do a selection where we go, like, through the portal. So we go there, all the way to the other side. And... you need to make a zombie piglin killer to remove them. That might be tricky. We'll see what happens. We want to replace... I guess I need to replace the obsidian as well. Let's go grab a water bucket. Alright, we're going to do that. And then one round this side. And we are good. Did you see the kid you raided yesterday? You might have blown his mind. Such a nice thing to do, says Ron Bent. Yeah, he certainly enjoyed it. I watched for a little bit. That's what we do here. We go support random people in the Minecraft community, you know. Okay, so now we want to select from here down to the bottom over here. And we want to, I don't know, stack 15. It's a lot of obsidian. See how this bit is actually like out of action? I think that's probably a bit excessive. Let's go undo. I think we should go maybe 7 in each direction. Considering I built it higher up, that feels a bit underwhelming. Let's undo that. Wow, lag spike. Let's go for 9 in that direction. Yeah, that feels a little better. And then 9 in that... No. Let's wait before we do it that direction. Right, we might learn as well that we need more than one space between each portal. Okay, so we're going to stack 9 in that direction. Right, and I think I'll switch to Spectator Mode now, because in theory... I don't think anything's spawning there, no. I think they need more water, don't they? Not only is it 3 high, they might need 2 wide, so... let's undo a couple of times. I am expecting all the lag. Oh, now we got the fish. Let's go ahead and take that. So now it's too wide. So this means we probably definitely are going to end up using less nether portals, but we'll have more spawning space. Stack that by 1. So now, from here over to there, let's go ahead and stack 5 times. Bam. Feel like we definitely can afford 1 more. Let's go to 6. Yeah, that feels good. Now we will do this over here. I can see the fishies are spawning in it. Are they going through to the nether though? Okay, so now we have fish inside of the farm. And they're all gone. Wait, oh, we removed our precious command blocks. How could I do such a thing, peeps? How could I be so reckless and carefree? Let's put it back. Oh, I'm in a nether. No, there's fishies here. It's not where I want to be right now. Okay, let's just go up here. Okay, back to normal. Let's go into spectator mode. Now we can see what's going on everywhere. Also, I don't think we need that on as much anymore. Yep. Right, now what they're not doing is moving. I'm noticing they're not swimming about. They're not going into the portals. I wonder if there's a distance at which they stop moving as well. Which didn't seem to be a problem when we were using the old, ye old thing. The soul sand. That was the one. The soul sand. You need to be close. Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Okay, so new strategy. Oh, that's not the strategy. I'm gonna cough here. I'm gonna shift this thing up a few blocks. Might need flowing water to push them into the portals, as the UI doesn't kick in unless you're in the 24 to 32 range. UI, you mean AI? Yeah. Well, that's outside the range at which they spawn closer to, so yeah, probably gonna have to ditch this portal idea, unfortunately. But before we do that, we'll experiment a little further. I was gonna count the blocks, right? So roughly in the middle, we'll go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to move it up by that many blocks. This might put me in the nether. Yep. Fishies! Right, okay, back through we go. Into spectator mode. Now we should have some movement. Even a little bit. We got movement. Not enough, really. Not enough movement. I don't think this is going to work. Maybe there's a better way to set it up. I don't know what that is. Could still use it, just in a different kind of context. So, let's consider this idea done with. Yeah, I think we're done with this one. Hail Scartager is here subscribing. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. Use magma block. I think we can do it with magma blocks. I would like to get the fishies to the player so we can use looting. So if we think about it like this, I need to point. Right. we got our... Let's say this is our final design, except it's not got nether portals in, right? We send them down, and then they hit the magma blocks, and they slowly take damage. Maybe there's some ways in which they might struggle to stay on the magma blocks. Hopefully we can keep them on them. I got some ideas if we do it that way. We pick up the items. You know, that's pretty good. That's pretty straightforward. If we use soul sand, we send them up. Now, we have to travel further up, and then we have to bring them all to the center. In the time that they're traveling up into the center, are we going to get more out of the looting effect than just killing them without looting? That's the big question. So if we can think of an efficient way to bring them to the center to get killed by looting, then I think it's going to be a pretty reasonable thing to try, right? Does looting even work on fish, says Forgotten Poet? Yeah, I believe it works on all mobs, right? I could go look that up for you right now, actually, because that's one of the things I can look into. So if I go to Update a Minecraft folder, you go into versions, let's pick out a 1.16.4, which I thought I was looking at. No, it's all the way down here. 1.16.4. Right, you open up the jar file. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, apparently I know. Okay, right, that makes sense. You open the archive, you go into Assets, and then into Minecraft. No, it's not Assets, is it? You go into Data, Minecraft, Loot Tables, Entities, P for Pufferfish. Where is Pufferfish? There it is. So the Pufferfish will drop bone meal. It will drop puff. No, looting doesn't work on it. Oh, glad I looked that up. There's no condition for looting. Let's compare that to something that does. Like, I'm pretty sure a piglin has looting on it, or a phantom. Let's check a phantom, because I use loot. Yeah, looting enchantment is okay. Right, we learned something. Pufferfish ain't affected by the looting enchantment, unless we want pufferfish heads, and we like to get the heads in on Hermitcraft, right? So if we want pufferfish heads, then we can get them from looting. Looting is in the code base, not in the loot tables, says Aura Armor. I believe you are mistaken. It is in the loot tables. So is it worth getting the pufferfish heads from these mobs? That's another question. Is it worth actually killing them just to get puffer heads? I kind of feel like not really. I can build a phantom farm here and farm phantoms whilst getting ourselves pufferfish. If I incorporate it the other way around, it might be tricky to do both at once. Everyone's saying no. I really like the challenge of making mob farms to farm mob heads. So in the future, if I have to do a pufferfish farm again, I'm going to do it the other way around, right? To try and be interesting to some extent. For now, I think we'll go ahead and use magma blocks then, yeah? A magma farm means we can build it a lot bigger, and considering that we're going to fill it up with water, it means we can build a bigger design and not really, you know, have to worry about how strenuous that is to build, because most of it is just going to be water and a big shell around it. You can sell the heads, says Bomb Bomb. I know I can. You know, maybe I'll build 2 this season, right? Maybe later on I'll be like, it'll be an interesting challenge to figure out how to get them up to the player. So we could do that later on. For now, I think we're going to do the magma block way. Do they spawn in magma blocks, says Taubar? They do not, but that is not an issue for us. Let's go ahead and start again. We'll start anew, and we will set this to 0. See you later. Lag spike. Lag spike of doom. Okay, now the very center of this place, we know the coordinates, right? So if I go set block, I think we're going to use, let's use white. Actually, hang on. Set block. Set biome? No. Wait, now I'm confused. Oh, it's because I did that, right. Let's go with white stained glass this time. I think it looks a little better. Okay, now we look at the block and we look at it for its coordinates, or our coordinates on it. I just went through the block. That makes a lot of sense. 264, 252, was it? Ha, so that is actually the middle. We're gonna have it off the floor a little bit, I think. Yeah, we'll build it off the floor a little bit. So we'll start here. And here's what I'm thinking. Kind of like we did with the other ones. We're gonna go... Oh, which one was the middle? Got it, got it. Okay, that's the middle. I think what we need to do is that. I think the fish need to get sucked in, but not be able to go out to the sides. So I'm going to call that straight away. Let's actually go for 2 in between instead of 3. Actually, that's how... We do it with 2 or 3 with the portals. I can't remember. We might just get more... Oh, here's the thing. We did a checkerboard pattern, and that worked really effectively when the mobs couldn't move. I can actually do this with a checkerboard pattern. For some reason I thought that I couldn't. No, of course I can. So we'll do the checkerboard pattern again, because that seemed to work even though the mobs couldn't move about. Right? And we can still create a collection system, not an issue. I need to not lose track of where the middle is. Okay, that is not the middle. This is. That's the middle. So I should probably focus on how far I'm going to go in each direction. Like, what are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to do that. Right, so let's count the distance. It is about 24 blocks. Now, that means in these corners there's going to be a fair bit of unused space just around here, but not a crazy amount. So I think what we'll do... I think we'll reel it in by 1, because this is going to be a pretty big deal. Okay, so let's just count again. That is an additional 21 blocks. So let's stack that 10. Right, and then there to there should be 21. Which it is. Good. Alright, that's the first piece of the puzzle, I guess. Next bit might just be this one. Stack that by 11. In this direction by 9. Did I do 19 by mistake? Whoopsie. That's good. Over here. Well, that's even better. Right, now we can stack it in that direction. And we need to just be a little cautious or careful, if you like. So let's expand down by 1. And I think we just stacked 10, right? We should see a little bit of correlation with the sphere. There's a gap of 2 after it. Here there's a gap of 1. No, there's a gap of 2. So I believe what we've got to do is knock out this and put those in. And these are going to be the walls around the edge here. Man, I love this song. This means I'm going to build like a massive minecart collection system down here. I think I know I'm going to do it though, alright? Oh, we might have the same selection, so possibly stacking 10 in that direction does the same trick. It would appear so. We know to look at this for the... Yeah, look at that. So we need to go... Double check. No, I need to... yeah, I need to just put the glass around the edge. It's easier on this side. The Reaper says, what other games do you currently play? None. None at the moment. Although, something I was going to discuss in the stream today, but never got around to it. I was thinking of, in January, doing like a different game every day. Although, 30 games, actually, yeah, it's probably a bit much. But definitely going to do some variety. Now that I think about it, that's like a crazy amount. Another thing to consider here is that the fish have to travel down. That's a very good point. Like, it might just be complete overkill to build it at this size. Let's keep that in mind actually. How much do I want to go up by here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go with 20. I mean, we can move this farm. No, we want this farm away from where the player is. The lower down in the world, the better the rates are. So that makes sense to make it shorter that way. Okay, walls will be white stained glass. Excellent. And then we got to put some water on the insides, which we will do now. Yeah, I can select that and go replace the air with water. No, water. Water. Where's my water? There it is, mate. Right. Fishies will spawn in here, and they will sink down pretty quickly. But will they go into the magma blocks at the bottom is to be seen. Looks like they're pretty resistant, you know. So this might not be the idea we end up going with. That little pufferfish ain't moving anywhere at the moment. Does this even kill them if they end up... Yeah, no, it kills them. There are items. That's good. That's a good sign. Cool. Oh, here's a thumbnail. Here's a thumbnail for you. That is just a wacky thumbnail right there. Cool. Rightio. Rightio, peeps. That was good fun, wasn't it? Let me go and look at you. Hello, how are you doing? How's life? Peeps, before you head out of here, be sure to hit the follow button on Twitch. And, yeah, and then hit the raid button because it is a Hermitcraft live stream day and Joe is streaming and we are raiding. Of course we are. Of course we're raiding. So massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thank you to all of my patrons. I appreciate your support and hope that you had a fantastic time here at the stream. You can now hit the raid button in chat. So remember, hit the follow button, then hit the raid button and enjoy the Hermitcraft live stream day. Take care everyone. Ciao for now. Bye bye.